Hey everyone, and welcome to BMX News Live, back in my normal studio environment with the green screen and everything figured out here. We got the official background music going now. Let me know if you guys like that or if I should stop it. But if you didn't know, or this is your first time tuning in, this is a live BMX news show where I talk about everything that happened in the previous week within the world of BMX that I think you guys might care about. The last 2 weeks were a little bit different because I was in Colorado, and so I pre-filmed a video and then did a news live from my hotel room. But because this is live, that means we have some people in the chat. We've got Joey Coates first in the chat. Aaron Moravik upgrading his membership to silver. Thank you for that. As well as 5 gifted memberships from Huck Korinsky and the Korinsky family. Thank you for that. If you guys are gifted a membership, say thanks and send me a message on Instagram for the members only Discord group. We got Knobster in the chat. The scene's not dead. Who else is in here? JR Hobbs is here. Kevin Jackson, Jason Jameson. 10 is awesome. Keggy, Zenki, DFLJ. Shout out to all the members in the chat now. There's so many. Adam Ortiz, DFLJ, Kevin Jackson, Jason Jameson, Lance Hines, Citizen Pappy During Glass. Lots of gifted memberships showing up right now. Paul James is here, and let's start with talking about X Games because it is going down this weekend and there's a lot to cover, and I gave myself a lot to cover by titling this Everything You Need to Know About X Games Ventura 2024 as far as BMX goes. So the first thing we need to talk about is the schedule. Here's the schedule. I linked everything. It'll show up after this goes live as a video. And this one, you can go in here and actually click on it to go to the live stream for it. But it's a little bit hard to see everything at one time and kind of navigate what's going to happen where. So there is an Instagram post. I should probably link that as well. And it gives you a more visual look. So June 28th, that's today. Women's Skateboard Park. All right, let's find BMX. Women's BMX Park, 3:30 p.m. Eastern, or not Eastern, Pacific time, which means 6:30 p.m. Eastern. So that means 7:45 BMX Dirt Elimination is going down. And then at 10 p.m. BMX Street is happening. That's 10 p.m. tonight Eastern time. But if you pull up this one, it shows you everything in the actual time for your local time. So for example, women's BMX final on the Sonic Park course is at 6:30 p.m. BMX Dirt 7:45. BMX Street, 10 p.m. Those are the events for today, BMX wise. Tomorrow, we have the first BMX event being BMX Dirt, sponsored by Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's kind of cool. That's at 5 p.m. Eastern. Then BMX Park is going down at 8:45 Eastern. So there's only 2 BMX events tomorrow on Saturday. Then on Sunday, we have at 2:30 p.m. Dave Mira BMX Park Best Trick, with the closing event of X Games being the Best Trick Dirt event going down at 6:15 p.m. And holy crap, Aaron, thank you. I appreciate that so much, man. Aaron Moravik with another $20 super chat. Seems like he does this every week, and I appreciate the hell out of it. Thank you. So, no real BMX yet. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but what has me curious is that when you go to this, there's a Real Series 2024, and the only thing in it right now is Real MTB. So, like, it can't be a series, can it, if there's only one? So I'm going to just go out on a limb and say that there's probably going to be more. I hope that one of them is the Real BMX series, but here we go. I can't believe they started without me. Still waiting for my invite in the mail, says Jeff Me. There's almost 30 people in here. Hell yes. While we have 30 people in here, I want to remind you that if you have any questions or topics we should talk about, leave it in the chat and I'll get to it at the end when we do the Q&A after we get through the news stuff. So yeah, that's schedule stuff from inside sources. Real BMX was canned. Well, that's depressing. Hopefully they bring it back. Next, there's the visual schedule, much easier to read, but not in local time. What we should talk about too are the athlete profiles. So there's a lot of athlete profiles here. You'll notice Brady Baker has an athlete profile. Let's see what his story says. Pretty cool. They have a little write-up about him, some photos, New Jersey, some more photos. This is cool. A star is born. Yeah, he won a gold medal. It's pretty awesome. X Games rookie at California 2023. Gold in dirt, 6th in dirt best trick, and 4th in park best trick. Pretty awesome. So let's go back and see if there's any more BMX profiles. Kevin Peraza has a profile. Hannah Roberts has one. Ryan Williams has one. So go check those out if you want to learn more about some of these riders. What else do we have? The course previews. If you guys want to see what everyone's going to be riding on, there's been some Instagram clips and some videos come out from a couple of these things so you can see the actual physical course and what it looks like. But this is the park course sponsored by Sonic. Then we have another angle on it. I just want to foof the Sonic Cup, man. That's it. That's all I want to do. I hope someone does that in their run. That'd be so cool. Look at that. It's perfect. Foof it. Go back in. Abubaca. Woo. Look at it. It's the perfect sub. Street course. Who's this sponsored by? Nobody? Doesn't look like it. But this is a cool looking street course. I saw Boyd Hilder posted a clip where he tooth hangered to flat over the VW bus. Next, scrolling through the different angles on the street course. Oh, there's like a chain hop. That's kind of cool. Then the dirt course. So this one's a little bit more rudimentary. It's kind of just the SketchUp design of the jumps. But as you can see, there are 4 of them. First one is 26 feet. Second one is 20 feet. Third one is 26 feet. Slightly smaller to get some speed for the last one, which is 18 feet. Crazy. Street is sponsored by Samsung. Thank you, Knobster. And to give a better view of this, we have Tyler Truman, who is helping build them. I'm not sure what this is. Okay, cool. We get a zoom out. So this is in progress where only 2 of them were done. Filming from the roll-in. Then we have a test shot. You can see how gnarly this first jump is from this angle. Like, dude, it is such a giant jump. So is that. Jump in the first 3. Last one isn't there yet. And here we have a view from the top of the 4 of them. Look at how insane that is. Is Eddie Cuella here? Yo, Eddie Cuella. Shout out to Eddie. We're talking about his video here in a bit. So there's the dirt preview of the actual dirt course. Pretty awesome. Next, let's talk about the athletes. Woo, take your shirt off. That's funny. Let's go down and see who's riding in the BMX events. We have all the BMX athletes, but I want to go through specifically the events. So we have BMX dirt. Where am I looking? Am I missing it? Okay, I think we got them all in a row here. So for BMX dirt, we've got George Arias, Brady Baker, Andy Buckworth, Gabriel Chavez, Brian Fox, Brandon Lupos, Josh Matthews. Not sure who that is. Where does this take you? Oh, look at that. There's pictures. So that's cool. I don't know if we're going to be able to narrow it down. Oh, that's really sweet. So it gives you just a little blurb. I wonder if it does that for all of them. Let's see. Does Courage have a blurb? Yeah. Well, that's really cool. See, this gives normies out there something to follow, which I think is really cool. Let's see. Is Nasty building the jumps? He has. I wouldn't be surprised if he still is. So then we got Nate McAllister, Leandro Moreira, Gustavo, Daniel Sandoval, Caden Stone, Jay Toohey, Bryce Tryon, Mike Varga, and Ryan Williams. What a lineup. That's BMX Dirt. This is BMX Dirt Best Trick. Brady Baker, Andy Buckworth, Brian Fox, Daniel Sandoval, Caden Stone, Jay Toohey, Mike Varga, Ryan Williams. Let's give some predictions here. Who do you guys think is going to win Dirt? I think the podium, I'm going to give the podium. I'm not going to try and say, maybe I will, but I think we're going to see Ryan Williams for sure. Jay Toohey could get there. Ryan Williams, Daniel Sandoval, and I'm going to say Brady Baker on the podium. Ryan Williams is either going to get first or second. You're going to be watching live so we can watch with you. I don't know yet. That would be cool. Maybe. I don't want to get in trouble. Ryan Williams, Sandoval, Brady Baker. That's my podium for Dirt. Say Ryan's going to get first. Brady's going to get second. And Sandoval's going to get third. That's my guess. Dirt Best Trick. I think Ryan Williams, if he lands his trick, is going to get first. Andy Buckworth could be on the podium, and same with Brady Baker. Man, interesting. This is going to be interesting. Karinsky says Ryan Fox, Ryan Williams, Brady Baker. Zenke says Ryan Williams, Brady Baker, and hasn't given a third yet. Podium, Chris Doyle, Rule Erickson, and Nasty. What a time to be alive. Next, we have Dave Mira BMX Park Best Trick with Brady Baker, Boyd Hilder, Jeremy Malott, Kevin Peraza, Daniel Sandoval, Mike Varga, and Ryan Williams. I say if Ryan Williams can land his trick, he will probably win. But if he doesn't, I'm giving Jeremy Malott the win. Daniel Sandoval could be there. Brady Baker could. All seven of these guys could win it. Let's see. BMX Park on the Sonic Park course. Nick Bruce, Marcus Christopher, Josh Dove. How cool is that? Justin Dow, Boyd Hilder, Brandon Lupos, Kevin Peraza, Daniel Sandoval, Jose Torres, and Bryce Tryon. Who do we think is going to win? I'm going to say the Ohio fellas are going to be on the podium with, I hope, Boyd Hilder on there as well. Boyd Hilder is so different than everyone else. If Marcus Christopher puts together a run, he's going to win. If Nick can stay on two wheels, he's going to get on the podium. But Josh Dove, there's a wild card in there. Interesting. I like it. What about BMX Street? Who's in it? Courage Adams, Jordan Godwin, Boyd Hilder, Lewis Mills, Kevin Peraza, Felix Prangenberg, Garrett Reynolds, and Devin Smiley. The thing to talk about here in the story of X Games is always going to be Garrett Reynolds being tied with Sean, whatever his last name is, Sean White. Wow, how did I not? Anyway, tying with Sean White right now for most medals at X Games or something along those lines. What's it say? Podium perfect, 13 gold, 2 silver, 4 bronze. He's taken a medal at all 19 times BMX Street has been at X Games. He is tied with Sean White at 15 X Games golds. So if he beats and wins out for BMX Street right now, this year, he will beat Sean White's thing. And I feel like that is going to be a huge story coming into X Games. And that's what they're going to be talking about. And everybody's going to be putting the pressure on. All the announcers are like, can Garrett Reynolds break Shaun White's record. And then when he does, Shaun White's going to come out of retirement, come back, win another gold, and Garrett's going to have to do it again. That's just what I'm guessing. So I think Garrett's going to be on podium. Felix is going to be on podium. And man, I want to see Devin get on the podium, but any of those other guys could be on podium. But Garrett and Felix, for sure. Kevin Peraza, he could do it too. I'm only going to say those two right now. Then, for the first time ever, women's BMX has a medaled event at X Games. There have been demos in the past and things like that, but this year is an official event with invited athletes who are going to be competing for a medal. We have Paris, Nina, Corey Coffey, Natalia Diem, Nikita, Teresa, Miranda, that's one name, Laura Lessman, Kim Mueller, I don't know how you say it, Maka Perez, Hannah Roberts. This is awesome. Hannah Roberts is going to be on the podium. Hannah is the one to beat, but who knows what we could see. Kim has been killing it. We got 40 people in here. Shout out to all 40 of you people. And if every single one of you were to press this button, then more people jump in. I hate saying it, but it's real. When the button gets pushed, more people join. Hannah on the podium. I would love to see Nina on the podium for her first medaled X Games. Just same with like Corey. It's just awesome. But I think Hannah Roberts, Paris, and Kim, Laura, Teresa, Natalia, any of them could do it. A lot of pro events for the ladies this year. Big schedule. Yeah, it's awesome. I'd love to see it too. So I'm only going to say those two. Hannah, Paris, Laura Lessman, or the other person on podium. She has such an awesome variety of tricks. In her Olympics qualifying series thing from Budapest last weekend, she was doing crank flips and turn downs and spinning and just doing all kinds of different tricks everywhere. Doing a brake trick. She was the only rider who did a brake trick in the whole entire qualifying event. It's awesome. Maybe she's going to be the one to foof the cup. I hope so. So those are all of the BMX athletes in their respective events. And now there's more fun stuff on X Games website. We have the BMX Trictionary. So there's a lot of stuff. So what do we have? What's a big air? Once a discipline of X Games. Oh, big air, the event featuring a roll-in to a 64 foot long jump. I thought there was going to be a third option because there's usually three. Leads to a massive 27 foot 3-inch high quarter pipe. Let's see. Let's find something funny. Grind, half pipe, hip. Oh, so it's just explaining what a hip is. Lip, the takeoff of a jump, whether the first mound in a dirt double, the transition face of a box jump, or the coping of any quarter pipe. Lip trick. Tricks performed on the lip or top edge of any ramp, typically with coping. This is cool. Resi or Resi ramp, spine ramp. For people who don't understand BMX, this is a cool resource that exists. And then there's some other stuff, the basics, the X Games forum with athletes talking, getting to X Games, a venue map. I kind of want to check out that. Schedule, athlete profiles, invited athletes, overviews of the courses, meeting the hosts and the talent, BMX skate and skate Trictionary, the event guide, merch shop, Lockerverse community co-streamer application. All events, all results. There we go. Let's check out the venue map. I almost said menu map. So if you're there, this is what it looks like. And this is awesome. I love how all out they're going here because it makes it feel like a festival. If X Games could go back to being a festival type event where it's a 5-day event where people can just go and hang out with all these athletes and see them riding and skating and whatever. And it's just, I think, a really awesome way to just get people stoked. X Games music stage. So there's going to be live music here as well. That's something I didn't actually see a schedule of. Interesting. So yeah, whoa, what is this? Area map. How cool is that? They even put a map of the area and stuff to do. That's super, super cool. Like the beach and food and man, how sweet. I want to go to X Games next year. Technically, this is like BMX media, right? Could I get into X Games as media? Yo, if somebody at X Games happens to see this somehow, or you guys make them see it, let's talk. I want to figure out how to get there. I would love to cover X Games in some capacity that's different than what everyone else who goes to X Games does in their coverage, because anybody can go out there and film the riders and skaters doing their thing. But I want to do the other stuff that nobody's doing, which if I give it all out right now, other people might do it. But there's ideas up here for stuff that you could do that has nothing to do with the actual events themselves, but X Games culture as a whole, which I think could only push things further. Hit me up, somebody. X Games pickleball. Get out of here. The hosts. So we got Tony Hawk and changed his name, but that's the guy who used to call himself Sal Masekela. I wonder why he changed it to his full name. We got Jason Ellis, Jack Mitriani, Kristen Beat, Brandon Graham, Corbin Harris, Gary Rogers, Amelia Brudka, Jimmy Coleman, Scotty Kramer, Gabrielle Maiden. There's a lot of people here. Vicky Golden, Eunice Chang, and Mitch Tomlinson. Tony Hawk Tour. That's funny. So yeah, the next stuff we have to talk about with X Games is the first BMX street practice video is up, as well as the first BMX park practice video. Let's just check real quick to see if there's any other videos. Nope, just park and street. So there's that. You can watch those. And then we get into the other stuff to do with BMX this past week after I talked about X Games for 24 freaking minutes. Here we go. Garrett Reynolds versus Chad Curley, game of bike. This is the finals that went down, and it was incredible. If you haven't seen it by now, I don't know how you haven't, but if you don't want to know who won, you probably already know who won. But if you don't want to know who won, mute it or do something, and holy crap, this was a good game. We all knew Garrett was going to win. So that's what happened. Looks like they're already planning another one. Garrett will be returning champion, and I can't wait to see it. This was such an awesome series, and I think everybody kind of had a feeling Garrett would win going into it. Some of the tricks that Garrett pulled first try were insane, and then Chad gave him a run for his money. He gave him letters, but couldn't quite make it happen. It was so good, though. The fakie whip. Yes, the fact that Chad Curley missed his pedals on the first fakie whip down that stair block thing, whatever it was, and the ref called it as if he fairly should have, because he missed his pedals but did pull it. It would have counted in a game of bike, like with your buddies, but we're talking the finals and money's on the line. But the fact that he came back and pulled it after that was so good. It was sick. The nollie truck, it's all so good. So yeah, watch it. It was amazing. Get excited for the next one. Next, we have Project Spoke, the trailer. So there are 6 documentaries coming out, put together by Justin Schwanka of Canada, and then a riding video as well. So there's multiple ones here. We have Louder Than a Stereotype, the Matt Berenger documentary, Daddy Revision, Pat Laughlin documentary, Making It with Steve Woodward, Gromit King, Justin Wilgus, Full Bloom, Women in BMX documentary, a Backpacker's Guide to BMX in Latin America, a documentary, and then Crosslaced was the riding film. It's pretty sweet. The whole series was great, not a bad match. I agree, talking about the game of bike. So it's a quick trailer, doesn't give too much away, but gets you stoked for it. I think you should watch it. Next, Simple Session 2024 course preview. This is the last of the highlights this week, but if you want to check out what Simple Session 2024's course is going to be, right here it is, and there's a bunch of other pictures to go through. Looks like there's a box jump, big quarter pipe, nice channel wall to wall, hip type deal, sweet looking setup. On this side, there's a sub with a sub wall and then a really tall sub, channel quarter, wedge to wall, little kicker, rail, hubber rail. What do you call that? Just a grind rail on the pyramid, I suppose. Little rainbow rail over that little whatever that is. Let's just go through these pictures. Oh, it's a crazy looking angled rail thingy. Jeff Mead says he's going to win Simple Session. I hope you're right, sir. I hope you're right. JR, it might be smaller right now, but next year I hear they are going to be back in the Talon Arena. So who knows what could happen with that. So this is cool. Next, we talk about the videos from this week. First up, shortest video. Last video will be the longest video. We have Work BMX Alex Capilongo 2024 video. It's a good one. Mix of technical, like nose manual to grind type stuff. There's a couple clips like that in here, and then some burlier stuff as well with some gaps. It was cool. Next, a video with George Gallio. Ride through it all. George has cerebral palsy, if you somehow didn't know by this point, and absolutely kills it even so. And it is awesome to see companies like Shadow and Sabrosa supporting him the way that they do, and just showing that you can ride no matter your situation, or you can do what you set your mind to. And George talks a little bit about that at the beginning. I love how he has a creative eye for riding areas and makes something to ride out of something that a lot of people would just cruise right on by, and he's creative with it and figures out a way to make something cool happen. And this video is full of that. So definitely check it out. George kills it. Then we've got Free Night BMX Alon Kasoy 2024 video. I don't know if this is the Alon who's partnered with Tal for Free Night, but if it is, I had no idea he was such a shredder. Dude kills it on a bike. I had no idea. Tal kills it as well, but I don't know, for whatever reason, I just had no knowledge at all of Alon. And if this is him, I don't know how it couldn't be. Kills it. It was a good video. Then, from my buddy John Meckham, is a video called Waterways. So this video features a bunch of his friends, a lot of clips of him, and it's just a solid video. I love front brakes. There's several people in here with front brakes, and then just people local to him absolutely killing it. And I love how towards the end of it, I was thinking, man, John didn't do a decade at all. What the heck? And then he did a decade at the very end. It was cool. I love that. And this is a really solid video. And I don't know if a lot of people know who John is, so use this as an introduction. He's been in a couple of my videos in the past from when he was at Ray's, but here is his own video, and I'm excited that it's out there and you guys can watch it. Make sure it gets more than 47 views. Take a look at it, guys. It's a good one. They put work into it. Then we got a video from Colt with Turner Falp. I met this kid at the Rumble in Richmond weekend when we were at Powers BMX shop riding the indoor setup because it was raining outside, and he did a super awesome lip trick. And now seeing him riding in the streets and the stuff he's doing, and just how nice of a dude he appears to be from this video, because there's a lot of personality in here. I really enjoyed it. Makes me even more of a fan of this dude, because he was already killing it just in that little indoor setup, and then to see what he can do out in the streets is awesome. And this video is definitely very Cult. So next we've got Felix Prangenberg last February, the latest video from him, fresh one from Kunstform, from a trip to Valencia, Spain. Spent a week stacking the clips. Then the videos start to get longer. This one is 14 minutes, 22 seconds, and it is following the Ethic BMX team or whoever they had with them on the road to Pond Fest. So, watch it. Let me know how it is. I haven't had a chance to check it out. Is there a list of people? There's all of this. Droobs! Drew Jackson. Love that guy. So check it out. Then we've got the highlights from the Capital Lou Jam 2024 going down in St. Louis. This is the 8th annual jam, and it doesn't look like there were any angry people with guns this time because that's not on the thumbnail. Glad to see it. Always glad when a jam can go down successfully without pissing off people to the point of getting a gun out. Next up, Some Light 2. Eddie Cuella was in the chat. He's the one who made this video, and there is a heavy rider list for this video. This entire paragraph is not a paragraph. It's a rider list. And there are so many names in here. Eddie Cuella first, Max Vu, Cody Nemeth, Devin Smiley, Austin Augie, Louis Colacion, Mickey Fleck, Wame Sintes, Damian Spettis, Sean Ricani's in here, Trevor Siglick, LaShawn Kabza, Justin Spree, Brandon Began, Dakota Roche. Holy crap, Jared Duncan, Matt Nordstrom. I'm just reading the names that I feel like you guys will recognize. Ethan Corrier, Denham Cox, Preston Oker, Mikey Andrew, aka Milky, Seth Allen, Corey Walsh, Jacob Cable, Grant Castelluzzo, Mike Stahl, Speedy G. Oh my goodness, Andy Garcia, Jordan Richardson, Ryan Mills, Riley Smith, Dan Banks, Richie Hernandez, Scott Marceau, and Isan Bogosian. That is a lot of people, and this video is almost 19 minutes long. So if you want something longer of a video to watch this week, that's going to be the one to watch. Then we've got Good Times with the crew in NorCal, the raw files from the video with Haro. Chad Curley's wearing a cowboy hat. That's awesome. And we can watch it if you want to. You can watch it if you want to. Colin Varniak, Chad Curley, Noah Miranda, edited and filmed by Christian Regal. So this is the With the Crew series, the raw files, outtakes, and B-sides from Let the Good Times Begin. There you go. Next, the longest video from this week, a 44-minute mixtape from BSD. That's sick. If any of you watch this yet, leave your thoughts in the chat or comments after it goes live as a video, featuring Alex Donachie, Denham Cox, Gasper Gwendolyn, Reed Stark, Joe Foley, Antonio Smallwood, Tam Roaston on Instagram, I think it is, Thomas Rolston, Trent Lutsky, Guy Scrogy, Grant Uby, Jake Norris, Noah Hunsinger, and Bora Altitas. What an awesome name. Best name in the whole bunch. I like that name. Gasper's a close second. But anyways, 44 minutes of a video. So sick to see. Filmed in Glasgow, Barcelona, Budapest, Tenerife, and Cyprus. Sick. Watch it. Let me know. If you have any questions, leave them in the chat. Not just specific to this, but in general, because we're about to get to the question portion. A couple weeks ago, I told you guys, if you have any clips that you want me to pull up on the news, use the hashtag MoreBMX. Since then, there have been a couple, mostly by Jeff Mead, but that's okay because I love Jeff Mead. Here's one, Pocket Foof Sex. I give up. Pocket Foof. Then a run from Tissio Skate Park. Jeff, I'm going to give you a tip, Jeff. You're going to post it as a reel. Zoom in or film in a way that it can be vertical too. I hate it because I film horizontal and also post. That's sick though. Fakie to sprocket bar 180 on a double coping spine is sick. But if you're gonna do both, film it horizontally in a way that you can also post it vertically. It's just easier to watch. Nice little tape action from the same mini ramp. And then we have Danny Rumpel. This is 2 days ago. Look how insane that high air was. Also, the high air from the Alliance Jam. Damn! Look how high in the air he is. That's so insane. Another one, what's this one? Tucking the box backwards at Changa, hitting the 10-foot. Just massive backflip over the box. Tuck air on the 7 afterwards. No foot can the box backwards. Yeah, because that's normal for people to do. A nothing. What a run. There's more. 3 tuck over that little box. That's nuts. Flip Superman. Oh, this is his Jaywalkers apparel video. So Danny's now doing it for Jaywalkers. Such comfy pants. Super awesome that he's involved. And this is kind of like a best of favorite clips from this year. Danny kills it. I want to pause it on that first air out too. Flip tuck from the last day of the wheel mill. Double backflip. Here we go. Oh yeah. Where did Danny go? Oh, he's just hanging out up in the rafters. No big deal. So nuts. This is the side angle of my shot from the first jam of the year that happened in January. So sick. Then there's my recap from Colorado with the Land Cruiser Foof as the cover photo. If you guys want to post anything and have me pull it up in the news, more BMX is the hashtag to do it, and it'll make it easier for me to see it. And with that being said, let's just go ahead and bust out the, let's see, right here, the Time BMX app to talk about the events going down in the rest of this month. We'll go into the first couple weeks of July here. So if you don't know, the Time BMX app is an app that shows you different skate parks and different spots to ride, as well as gives you a profile where you can post videos and things like that, as well as have favorites, places to ride, and events that you're going to be going to. And there's an events tab, so you can see events going down anywhere in the world, in the BMX world, whether it's freestyle race or flatland. And you can even submit your own event now. If you update your app, you can submit an event to have it show up in the app. And they redid the layout for this, so it's a little bit nicer to read. So you can see now the dates for things on the left side, and it gives it a little bit more, I don't know, it's easier to differentiate what's what. So we have X Games going down this weekend, the Bruce Foundation and Bloom BMX's Girls Edit Contest. Nick Bruce Instagram has that information. Also going down this weekend, Urban Sessions in Belgium. The Ohio BMX Trail Series has a stop going down tomorrow. It's in Englewood, Ohio, I'm pretty sure. It's the Jump Farm, Clayton. Interesting. So there's the flyer, and this is kind of how things look. This is going down tomorrow. It's awesome. No pets also. I just want to make sure I saw it say that because it was made very clear in the post. Then we've got a jam going down, the Livy Jam in Scotland, Hype Festival in Greece, British BMX and Freestyle National Series Round 2 in London, going down beginning of July, end of June. So that'd be this weekend, I suppose. Online submission. Gotcha. So you can check that out. Pretty sweet. So we'll go into July next week because there was a lot of events for June yet still. But if you want to check out Time, do it. It's pretty sweet. It's just a cool app. I keep saying pretty sweet. It's a cool app where you can go on there and see your favorite riders as well as spots they ride. You can even go on here, and if we, let's say, pick a skate park, you can tap on this map icon and see where it's at on the map. And then you can zoom out. So what was that? Oh, that's cool. So you can see where all these skate parks are at. Look, Australia. Look how many skate parks. 1,000 skate parks, bike shops, and places to ride. Africa, Europe, America, South America. So much stuff. So if you wanted to see where I ride all the time, you could zoom in on Worcester. And boom, Worcester Skate Park right there. Skerdoosh. There it is. So yeah, whoops. Time BMX app. It's awesome. And you should download it. So with that being said, let's go into talking about whatever you guys want. We'll scroll up in the chat, see what you guys are talking about. The Karinskis, Huck and his dad went on an epic Midwest road trip. Got to hang out at Aaron Moravic's backyard ramp setup. It's pretty awesome. I'm ready for X Games to start too. Nobster. What else do we have in the chat? Any questions? Any questions at all? Can't hear the music. Turn it up a little bit. There, background music is turned up. Karinsky says Brant's going to surpass 100K subs before the end of the year. Well, seeing as it's already July, we've got July, August, September, October, November, December. 6 months. 6 months to get 25,000. Can it happen? I don't know. We'll see. Zenki is hyped for X Games. The course looks sick. Jeff Mead says not one set of front brakes at the X Games. I'm not mad, just disappointed. That's funny. Is Flatland back in the X Games yet? It was last year, but it doesn't look like it is this year. Sonic Park looks cool. Can't believe they started without me. Still waiting for my invite in the mail. That's funny. Nizert says, stoked to see Garrett break the record. Do we think he's going to do it? I don't know. Kind of hope Garrett does break the record. Oh yeah, Dawn of the Streets got announced. So that's going to be going down. Let's pull it up. I think it's on Austin Augie's thing. Maybe it's not, but I thought it would have been. Well, I don't know where we see it at. Let me see if I just type in Dawn of the Streets. There we go. The final dawn. That'd be October 19th. $10,000 winner. Take all prize purse. That's crazy. So, if you want to make plans for that, it's going down October 19th. What a shame the course will be demolished after X Games. That is a bummer. Definitely a bummer. Street is sponsored by Samsung. Jeff Mead says Street sponsored by Easy Wides. Let's see. Any more questions? Zenki says, I hope Daniel Sandoval lands something crazy. I know he had been working on Decade stuff. Let's hope. I feel like Sandy Balls is going to send something insane. I think that's Sandoval. Where's Noah? Oh, yeah. Casey Starling did post that he got an invite and he was on his way there. So there might be some change-ups in the lineup there. Yo, I saw Malik's in here. If you're still here, Malik, what's up, bud? Hopefully we'll see you riding. Trail Jam is July 20th. Godwin is so smooth with crank arms. Is there any more questions? Who owns the X Games now? They've really turned it around from last times. Seems like a completely new series. Neat to see. So it's like MSP something or another. Something sports something. It's on the X Games League thing. So if we go to X Games League, we go here. MSP Sports Capital. That's what it is. So you could look that up and see that. They have Lip Lord defined. They did define Lip Tricks. Where is the mini ramp event on the map? This is BS. That's funny. Just got my bike and blew a tire on a casual ride to work. Damn stem split. Talking about infuriating. That is infuriating. It's like a X Games festival. I hope it turns into that for sure. Kind of what adults do. I use my full name now that I'm 40. Yeah, but he was like using the nickname thing. He's got to be pushing 40s at this point if he's not. Are you coming to the X Games? Will I meet you there? I would love to go to X Games. Somebody, LS, said that the game of bike between Garrett and Chad might be the greatest game of bike ever. That is very possible. Is there any questions in here? Or are we just talking? Scrolling down. Imagine 75 bikers in a brewery losing their minds during a video. The walls were shaking. Sick. I might get free racing pants. Interesting. Never heard of TLD pants. I believe X Games is coming up. Let's see. Should have told me you were in Colorado, but shown you around. And you would have spent money on a hotel, doggy. I put it all out there. It was on my Instagram. I said I was going to PondFest. They did Wisconsin 3 years in a row. That was Minnesota. Stony, sorry, you've corrected yourself. Pretty sure location has to do with deals with the city. That's interesting. Why is it in Ventura 2 years in a row? That's why the question has come up. Yeah, not sure. I don't know. Is the Time BMX only for Apple? I don't see it in the Play Store. It very well might be. Let's find out. It keeps coming up Time Box when I search it. Nope. I don't know. It must not be in the Android store. Hopefully it will be. Reasons to get an iPhone. How was Oh, it is on the Play Store. Okay. How was PondFest? PondFest was amazing. It was so much fun to have just like a laid back event vibe where there wasn't really scheduled stuff. There was kind of a couple things, but nothing that was like super organized in a way that it was like, I don't know, it just didn't feel like you had to be anywhere at any time and you could just kind of exist. And it was nice being at an event. I know for people who are just going, it doesn't really matter because you're just there and you're watching what's happening. And if an event is happening, then awesome. But for me, filming and just being at an event to cover whatever I can, it's a lot of work to make sure you're in the right places at the right time, capturing stuff. So it was nice to be in an event where it was just like, all right, everybody's just here riding, having fun. You don't have to be anywhere at any time. And it was really good. Am I doing any PondFest videos? Absolutely. I did some videos asking a bunch of S&M and Fit riders a couple questions. So those will be there. I filmed some riding as well as just being in Colorado and filming stuff there and filming at different skate parks. I filmed the meetup that we had at Trailwind Skate Park. That was cool. Jeff Mead, I heard Brant flip saran wrap to the last jump at Pond. Isn't that insane? I'm ordering Alpha Brain right when this is over. My brain needs way more alpha. Stony, you can get a free trial of it too. Or you can use my code for 10% off. It's in the description. Apple is superior. They just lock you into the ecosystem and you can't get out no matter what. I'm okay with it though. I like my computer and my phone all work together and it's really nice. Is Logan at X Games? It didn't appear so, did it? And Logan seems like he's very calculated in his contest approach. So I would not be surprised if Logan doesn't go to X Games because of the possibility that he will be at the Olympics and doesn't want to mess that up, you know? Let me check here. What was I looking at? Oh yeah, I was going to check his Instagram. Let's see if Logan is at X Games, because people usually post where they're at. Absolutely nothing. There's a post about his bike, his 2 bikes, which looks like it's at his place. Unfortunately, I'm missing the X Games this week, so here's a throwback to a few gold medal moments over the years. There you go. He posted he won't be there. Didn't say why, just said he won't. And it's interesting because, oh man, I missed talking about all the Olympic stuff. Holy crap. See, this is why we do the questions and stuff. So let's see, Olympic Games. How do I find this? Olympics.com. Olympic Games Paris. There was a page. Wait, was it? There was a page on Instagram that covered this really well, so I'm just gonna find that. Is it this page? No, that page is worthless. This was the page, I think. Maybe not. Could have sworn that there was a post about who's gonna be in the Olympics. How do we find it, folks? How do we find it? Is this Courage Adams' first X Games in the US? I'm not sure. Might be. I cannot remember. Is it this page? I don't know where to find it. Should have kept it because I can't remember. There was a list and it showed the different countries and who was in for them, as well as the quota thingies for the countries, and I can't remember where that was at. Would it be here? No, I don't remember. Damn it. We'll just go to this. Results. BMX. Freestyle BMX. Where the hell is it? Global standings? Is this it? This is not what I'm looking for. I can't find it. I don't know how to find it. That's what I thought too. Yao, however you say your name, but I can't find it. I thought it was on the UCI BMX Freestyle Instagram page, but I don't see. I mean, it shows the riders who did qualify, but there was a list of countries and who are the countries that would qualify. I don't know. Whatever. There's a bunch of other countries that are going. and Australia is on that list. So it's very possible that Logan will still be going there, even though he didn't qualify through the qualifying series. But for the US, Justin Dowell and Marcus Christopher qualified, as well as Hannah Roberts and Paris Benegas. And I guess I can pull up the page that shows who qualified in general. So let's see. Qualified right here. So it's Hannah Roberts for the US, Sun for China, Paris for the US, Deng for China, Nikita for Switzerland, Natalia Diem for Australia. Good to see that. And the men, Anthony John for Paris, I'm pretty sure. Kieran Riley for Great Britain. Marcus Christopher for the US. Gustavo for Brazil. Justin Dowell for the US. Marin Rantis for Croatia. And Nick Bruce is going to be an alternate. Is this it? Is this the page? No, but this shows the lists together, of course. Yeah, Nick Bruce is going to be an alternate. It's cool that they're hammering this so hard posting wise. Either way, everybody, I think this is going to do it for the news. It's 11 o'clock. I need to eat lunch. If you guys post something, you want me to pull it up in the news, use the hashtag #MoreBMX, or even if you don't care, use it. Why not? And I'll be able to pull it up and we'll be able to talk about the community and who did what and see your guys' riding from this weekend next week on Friday. With that being said, thank you to everyone who's here. Duran Glass, Paul James, who's left as the members, DFLJ, Adam Ortiz, those are all members in the chat. Thank you to you, gifted or not. JR Hobbs is still here. Jeff Mead's still here. Zenke's still here. Austin Schumacher's still here. Lots of people hanging out in the chat. Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow for another video. Come ride trails with me sometime. Let me know.